Welcome to Americana Archives. Travel back in time with us as we go throughout America's historic newspapers to find the lost and forgotten history of America. Today's story comes from the great state of New York, being reported by the Brooklyn Daily Eagle on November 21st, 1897. Today's headline is Catching Cod in Brooklyn. The subheadline is Thousands of the fish being hooked alongshore have reached Gravesend Bay. It says, never before, in the memory of the oldest fishermen along the shores from Bay Ridge to Sheepshead Bay, had there been so many codfish in local waters, and never before had there been so many caught and hurried into the markets. Some of the fishermen in the vicinity of Gravesend Beach and Sheepshead Bay are pretty old men, and they have seen in their time some wonderful things in the way of fishing. But mention codfish, and they will hold up their hands, acknowledging that this season is a record breaker. Off Coney Island, from Norton's Point to the Rockaway Bar, seems to be the main fishing ground, and thousands of fish are being landed daily. This is not the only place where they are running, however, for dropline fishermen are landing plenty in the shallow waters of Gravesend Bay, and only a few days ago, a number of cod were taken out of the upper bay, off South Brooklyn. Pretty nearly everybody that ever fishes is going fishing. The cars are crowded during the early morning hours with men and their paraphernalia, and the fishermen appear to be in their glory. Stories of great catches are to be heard on every hand, and in fact, it seems as if the entire populace in the lower section of the city has contracted the fishing fever. The fever has been raging 3 weeks, and the contagion grows daily. Any day in the week, no matter how disagreeable the weather, the city's oceanfront is lined with large and small boats along the entire Coney Island shore. Among the fishermen are amateurs and professionals, the amateurs being in the majority. Both droplines and nets are being used, and of course the greatest catches are being made with nets. A few sloops are making daily trips to Fulton Market with the hauls, but the fishermen are hardly paid for their trouble. So great is the supply that the market is gutted, and now the price paid by the wholesalers to fishermen is less than 35 cents a hundredweight. A great number of dropline fishermen who have heretofore sent their catches to market and at first received about 3 cents a pound for the fish have gone out of business and have left the field to the net fishers. Thousands of pounds of codfish have been taken to the New York markets until it is said that the supply has become so much greater than the demand that the fish are shipped to markets in the other large cities like Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Boston. There are no big fishermen in the vicinity of Coney Island, but the expert local anglers say that notwithstanding the remarkably low market price of fish, the big fellows along the Jersey coast are making money hand over fist. Perhaps the only ones who get real pleasure out of the fishing are the hundreds of amateurs coming from all parts of this city, who fish from rowboats anywhere along the coast. Coney Island is the mecca of these, and the iron piers are black with fishermen constantly. Many do not go down until evening, and then they stay all night on the piers. 90 and 100 cod have been caught by the occupants of one rowboat. The fish average from 7 to 10 pounds each. Occasionally, some weighing over 20 pounds are caught. Coney Islanders take home all the fish they catch and put them through both salting and drying processes. In this manner, they secure enough fish to last them all winter and part of next summer. Local grocery men will pay a fair price for the salt cod next spring. At Bath Beach, Fort Hamilton, and Bay Ridge, the fever is raging almost as fiercely as at Coney Island. more fish are being caught in Gravesend Bay than ever before that anyone remembers. Of course, the catches do not run as big as they do off Coney Island, but they are sufficiently large to satisfy the local anglers. A remarkable feature is that the large-sized cod are being caught with hook and line off the piers at Bath Beach, where the water is only a little over 6 feet deep. A great many people go out in boats from Bath Beach and Fort Hamilton every day and return with more fish than they can carry home. The overplus is usually distributed among hangers-on at the wharves. William Donnelly and John Denise, Fyke and Pound fishermen in Gravesend Bay, report that more cod than any other fish are taken from their nets at Overy Lift. 2 men in a boat landed 75 cod and about a dozen ling in 3 hours last Monday, and catches almost equaling this are made every day. This is the second season of cod fishing in local waters. Cod were discovered here last fall, but some are of the opinion that the fish have always been running off Coney Island, but have never shown themselves. Old-timers say that when a certain kind of fish take up their abode in a particular vicinity, they usually remain 7 years, so that taking this to be true, local anglers will have plenty of sport for some time to come. A singular point is that with all the great number of fishermen and fish, there does not appear to be a man who takes the trouble to extract and sell the most valuable part of the fish, the liver, from which the oil is secured. Undoubtedly, good profits could be realized from the sale of the cod liver to manufacturing druggists. But as previously stated, no one appears to give the matter so much as a thought, and an important branch of the cod fishing industry is being entirely neglected. Thank you for joining us today. Remember before you leave to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember to like and comment below. And we will see you next time on Americana Archives.